Hello and welcome to a new video for Age of History 2. Today we'll be playing a new mod I made, and this is based for the Greek civilization and the ancient era. It is Bliss of the Ancients and it revolves around Anatolia and Greece and the Balkans. So today we'll be attempting to form the Spartan Empire as Sparta, one of the nations of the mod. As you can see, this mod is very detailed and it includes a lot of the ancient world, so we can see from Dalmatia to the Peloponnesus, Crete, the Asia Minor, and all this area is all included in the mod. And it is like this because the mod is in the year 550 BC, which means 50 years before the first Spartan-Greece war. And yeah, so you can see Greece is really divided, city-states, like you can see here. All of these things have been added by myself, and the map has been made also by myself, so there are a lot of provinces, over 1200 provinces. And yeah, so today we'll be playing as Sparta, and our objective will be to create the Spartan Empire. And as you can see, Sparta starts with one vassal, Messenia. Messenia was a state which the Spartans conquered around 700 BC, and they basically enslaved the local population or made it subservient to them. So now we'll start playing usual things here, maybe get the aggressiveness a bit higher. There are no events in this mod, it's just normal mods with just gameplay, new map, new nations. There are over 200 new nations added in this mod. The links of the mod will be down below, so if you want to play it for yourself and try this experience of the ancient world, you'll be able to do that. So as you can see, we're gonna start doing this and this, and yeah. Okay, now let's see. Okay, so we start with Messenia's vassal, and to form the Spartan Empire we'll have to gain all these lands, which is way more than you expect, because Sparta in itself is 20 provinces, and all the Peloponnesus is 70 provinces, so gaining all of that will be at least, I guess, 140 provinces or so. So we'll have to gain some money first to, be able to attack people. Hopefully Messenia will not rebel, but it sees that their liberty desire is already going high. So the first thing we can do is try to keep them in a war so they don't rebel, for now at least. Our capital Sparta is of course here. Okay, now that we have a decent army, I think we can start the wars. We just need to get our troops in here and we can start. Okay, first of all we're going to attack the city-state of Tegea. I think this will be pretty easy. They're just two province states and we already got them. Now that Tegea is part of our realm, we can pass on to Argos. Argos was an important city-state in ancient Greece. It contained a lot of power, it had a very influential trade nodes, and it generally was one of the richest city-states in the Peloponnesus. And it of course was an ally of Sparta historically, but in this time we're just gonna have to invade it. I think this is enough for the invasion, but we'll have to be cautious because if it's not, we'll have to restart. It looks like everything going fine, so we're gonna continue this invasion. Okay, I think we got it. And this goes our second enemy, and now Argos is part of Sparta too. Now our nation is looking a bit bigger, I guess, and Messenia remains pretty rebellious, so we'll have to put our troops on their borders because they're probably gonna rebel at some point in this video. And to prevent the rebellions, I'll have to defeat them and probably have to annex them fully. And I know what you're thinking, just send them an ultimatum. I've tried multiple times this before and it does not work if the nation is this big compared to mine and it's already rebellious. If I were to put the ultimatum on a nation that wasn't rebellious, then maybe it would have worked, but in this case it doesn't. So now with our troops on our border, we'll have just to integrate the territories we annexed, so Argos, these other cities like Oenoe, Thyrea, Tegea, and all these cities like that. And I think that is it. Let's see if we're integrating them all. Yeah, we are. Maybe this one is not integrated. Yeah, okay. Now I'll just have to prepare for Messenia to eventually attack us and declare independence, which won't be too much time, I suppose. Meanwhile, the turns are going away, and as you can see, other conflicts have started in the peninsula. The Kingdom of Lydia is the biggest nation in this mod, and it holds power over all of basically Anatolia, apart from the coasts, which are Greek or Lycian colonies. And you can see things like Byzantium. Oh, it's already gone. Well, no more Byzantium, I guess. But yeah, this is a very big nation with very big vassals. And Crete is also going to war itself and trying to unify that peninsula. I mean, that island. I don't know why I called it a peninsula. Well, okay, since these guys aren't really declaring independence yet, they are 76, 78, even almost 100% liberty desire. I think their declaration of independence will be very, very soon. If they, yeah, there we go. As you can see, they have declared independence. So now we will have to recruit some troops on the border, and we will be ready for a suppression war. Now we go, declaration of independence has been accepted, and now we have to defeat them. We shouldn't have a very big army. That's because they were vassals, and the vassals tend to have very low, I don't know if it's a manpower which is low or just a force limit. It could be both. In my experience, vassals tend to be very weak when they declare independence, because they just do not have the amount of troops that are necessary to defeat their masters. So in this case, we have been able to fully defeat Messenia, and we will be able to fully integrate it, which now makes us hold basically half of the Peloponnesus. But we shouldn't stop now. We just should continue with the wars and continue with expansions. Meanwhile, the rest of the Peloponnesus is looking pretty fine. I think Elis expanded here. This is another city-state of ancient Greece. Apparently we had a war declaration from Knossos, which was the main city, I guess, in ancient Greece. Okay, in ancient Crete. Okay, well, luckily that was like a false declaration, so they just accepted peace immediately later. We're gonna recruit some troops here, and meanwhile integrate the territories we got from Messenia. And after that, we are going to declare war against Elis, and hopefully win against them too. Noticeable enough, we have a lot of wars here. Cephalonia, which is taking territories we'll have to get, so apparently we have to fight against the Cephalonians too, which are the controllers of these main islands, apart from Ithaca, which is this one very small one, and it's the one where Odysseus came from. Anyway, we have to fight this war now and see if we win. Declared war, got their first fort, and they do not appear to have much troops, so we should be fine. Also, they got Olympia, and yeah, pretty big. Okay, now that we have won against them, we have just to annex them. After annexing their country, we will pass immediately to the war against Sophis, which we immediately won, which was very easy. So now, as you can see, our country is looking pretty big, and it's the second greatest power in Greece, and the first one, of course, is the Kingdom of Lydia, which is actually going through a big revolt against both Phrygia and Bithynia. If the Kingdom of Lydia loses against these two nations, they will lose their supremacy over Anatolia, but if they win, they will gain a lot of land, direct land, because they were vassals before. Now we will be having our troops on the border with Arcadia, which was the central province of Greece, which is already at war with the Achaea, so maybe we'll have an easy war, but that's just to see. We'll already start recruiting our troops, and hopefully we won't have rebellions rise up from the territories we annexed here earlier from Elis. So let's just wait it out and integrate some of these territories, and hopefully that will be enough. I think the reason these two countries aren't really gaining or losing some territories is because they have a stalemate going on, so I just don't think they're managing to beat each other off. So we'll have to do it for them and start this invasion. Okay, so as you can see, I think they lost all their troops fighting each other. Yep, there you go. They got their capital, but we got everything else, which makes us, of course, the winners of this war. But since now they're weakened because of the war, I think we'll be having an easy victory against the Achaeans, which are the new controllers of the capital of Arcadia. Meanwhile, let's integrate the provinces we gained, because we don't want the rebellions to rise up. Our level of integration is pretty good. We're still above 53% of the population, which should be enough, at least for now. I think we should move some troops here just to cover all the borders. Maybe half these up. Okay. Oh, we get double declaration of war. We got a declaration of war from Khiton, which is... oh boy, Khiton is pretty big. Okay, and then even from Anatolia, which seems to be pretty much defeated at this point. Hopefully they will just accept a fast peace and we don't have to worry about them. Okay, so Anatolia accepted a peace, but Khiton didn't. So we'll do a little, we'll do a little bit of trolling. We'll just have them be attacked by Ambracia, which is in the south, and the Molosia, which is in the east of them. And hopefully that will distract them enough so we don't have to bother with them. Now let's declare war with Achaea and hopefully win this war fastly. Achaea is probably the strongest nation in the Peloponnesus apart from Sparta right now, but I wouldn't count on that because Corinth here, although it's not based in the Peloponnesus, is pretty strong, but not as strong as Sparta, of course. Okay, there we go. It seems the war is doing pretty fine, and hopefully we'll be able to reunite the Peloponnesus in some, little time. Okay. So the war on the Achaea was a success. We're just gonna be annexing them all and integrating their territories because we have been losing monies. Okay. Good thing that our army is there. Oh boy, okay, this is not good, this is not good. Corinth has declared war on us without any, telling us, just immediate declaration of war from our neighbors, which will be a mess to deal with, of course. So we will be trying to distract them with the declaration of war by Athens. Hopefully they will accept this declaration. We'll even pay them a bit, just to be sure. And we'll be recruiting some troops right on the border. Hopefully that will be enough just for now to maintain the Corinthians at bay. What are these? The Chthonians don't look very good, so I think we can piece them out. I'm more, worried about the guys here, the Corinthians. Okay, I think we'll be taking some loans. Also, the Chthonians accepted peace. Hopefully the loans will make us strong enough to defeat the Corinthians. Okay, so the war has been going into our favor for now, so I think we got it. We just have to make sure that Athens doesn't get to the Peloponnesus, which is great, they didn't. And apparently we haven't won yet because they hold this little territories here in Euboea, but it won't be a problem because we'll be just taking these lands. Hopefully we'll accept and we don't worry. Okay, great, we accepted, we don't have to worry anymore. Also it seems that the Athenians are being invaded by the Eretrians, which is probably bad for them, but won't be a worry for us, and we just have to integrate the territories we got here. So now our country is looking like this, and it holds a lot of territory in the Peloponnesus. We're almost fully reunited. We just need Dyme, Pellene, and Epidaurus. Meanwhile, it appears that Lydia is winning against their vassals that were revolting. First of all, we'll have to try and go for Pellene, which is probably the weakest of these, except of course Dyme. But since we have already the troops near them, I don't think it will be a problem. And after that we'll be trying to get Dyme, and finally Epidaurus. But now we have to concentrate on Pellene, and yeah, we hold almost half of the territories we need to form Sparta. In the meanwhile, we can see that Delphi, the country in our north, is expanding pretty fast. Also Eretria is doing pretty good, and it appears that the Kingdom of Lydia has won their revolts. Also, we're being attacked by two new countries, which are the Chimeras and the city of Thetotis. Hopefully they also accept a white peace, a very fast one, and we don't have to worry about them. And yes, fortunately that is exactly what happens. Now we'll integrate these territories and these one in Corinth, and hopefully they'll bring our population overall to like 60%, which will be what we need to finish this conquest. Now let's get Pellena. This should be pretty easy. I know there are two province city-states, so we easily can conquer them. Now let's pass to the Dume, and yep, let's pass to Dume. Let's bring the troops near to Elis and hopefully win our fast war. I'm not even gonna bother to put any troops here, and hopefully that won't be a problem for now. Let's see. Okay, that was a very fast conquest, and we already got the city. Now that we got it, let's just integrate these territories we just gained, and that'll be the end of it. Now we will be concentrating on finishing this conquest of the Peloponnesus and getting our last needed nation for this conquest, which is Epidauros. I think this will be a okay, so they have decided to attack us from the sea because I forgot they hold the provinces in the Aegina island too. Well, that won't be a problem, hopefully. Okay, that was pretty fast. Not a problem. And there we go. We have conquered the entirety of the Peloponnesus, if you don't include, I guess, this little province, but I don't think a problem will be conquering that too. Because Corinth has been weakened a lot, and it really won't be a problem to just end it. I think this will be enough for Corinth, because it's already weakened, and it's just a 4-province nation. Meanwhile, we'll also have what remains of Caristos to attack them, so we'll also have them distracted on another front. Let's see how it goes here. Hopefully, oh, okay, didn't go good. Alright, we can still win, there is no reason to panic, and we'll just go to Caristos and finish what they had started. So now Corinth is completely annexed into our realm, and we also are starting our expansion into Eubea. And finally, the Peloponnesus has been reunited. Next thing I have to do is, oh, look at that, Thebes is going at war with Athens, so we'll probably make our conquest even easier. And we will be attacking Athens now, with 10,000 troops. Hopefully there will be a fast war. The capital of Athens is right there. But we don't want any of our territories to be snatched by the what I think, yeah, it's the Thebians. And then we have to be very smart and just put immediately the troops over to Thebes, so we'll have to conquer them too. Because I think, oh, there are 2 islands here we have to take care of. Just gonna get some troops from Argos and invade them with those. And there goes our conquests, and yep. Let's get these troops on the border here, and okay, I think this will be enough. Just get them to the sea already. Also another declaration of war from Gaurion. We're getting a lot of declarations of war. Probably people aren't happy about the fact that they're completely annexing the entirety of Peloponnesus and also other parts of Greece now. Just gonna have to put our troops here, and hopefully that'll be it. Okay, now let's declare this war against Thebes. Thebes and Athens have already fallen to the might of Sparta. We're just gonna be annexing them fully, and hopefully we won't just rebel as soon as we annex them. So now we got Delphi, which attacks us. Man, we got a... It appears the world is not happy with how fast our expansion has been going, just a turn 280, and yet we hold over 100 provinces, which is not even capable of being understood. That's why we'll be using some other countries to, you know, just mess with the other nations. We'll be using Caonia to attack the Macedonians, to distract them, and for Delphi we'll be using Kefalonia, which was already at war with them a while ago. What else do I have to declare war with? These are enemies? Yep. Man, we just have a lot of enemies. Okay, just gonna have to piece out all of the minor ones in the islands, and the rest will have to be taken care of manually. So now we have not that big amount of troops, honestly, on the border, which we'll need to fix. We'll just be recruiting provinces right here, and I guess just building ports for now. Hopefully this will be enough to hold the Delphi people for at least a turn or two. So there we go, 9,000 troops, which will be more than enough to conquer them, I think. Yeah, that's it, boys. Delphi has been fully conquered into Sparta. Now, what else remains? Oh, we got another declarations of war. Damn, we're just being hated by the entirety of the world. We're gonna peace them out peacefully, like white peace them. Hopefully that'll work. Yup. Alright, also Macedonia has won the wars I've put them through, which is great for them, I guess. So Spartan Empire, we're missing very little. We're missing very, very little. I think we can do it pretty easily. Let's see, can I ally and just integrate this? No, I cannot. Okay, we'll have to go first for the EU Boans. Will probably be pretty nasty to conquer. Oh boy. Okay, we have to integrate a lot of territories. If we don't integrate these territories, we risk being revolted against, and that'll ruin our entire conquest and experience. So we will have to take care of these rebellious territories first. But then, okay, we have also an request. 56. No, fuck. Okay, that'll be enough. And we're going to add to Argos some troops and to these territories here. And from them we'll be attacking them from the provinces we've gained here. And get, oh boy, another, oh god, why is everyone declaring war against us immediately, always? I do not think we need that territory. We're just gonna, I don't know, leave them or something. I don't care. Meanwhile, all these troops here will be used to conquer what remains of this mess that I left behind. What even is going on here? What is this, Delphi? What? I thought it died. Okay, I never mind, I guess. Kethon, oh god, Kethon is here too. Oh god, okay. Oh boy, this will take a while. Okay, anyway, we'll just have to conquer Eretria first, which is probably the biggest of our threats right now. I don't think we have a border with us apart from down south, which is exactly what we want them to have. So this will be pretty swift probably. That's 3,000 troops we have to deal with. Okay. Yeah, I knew that would happen, honestly. Saw that happen before, so I knew what had to be done. And now I think that is it for the conquest of Eretria. Yeah. So there we go. We have been almost finishing our great conquest and formation of Spartan Empire. We just need these lands and then we'll have our entire empire fully in our hands. The Kingdom of Lydia has consolidated, so now they hold basically everything in Anatolia apart from Asia Minor, Lycia and Paphlagonia, which is probably still their vassal. Yeah. And Thera has declared war against us. I do not know where Thera is, and I do not care. Therefore, we'll be piecing them out. Yep. And so we have to just figure this out. So now we'll just have to move our troops on the border with whatever this is, and hopefully this won't be a problem. I think we can recruit some more troops on the borders here, just to be sure. I'm gonna have to try at least having, I guess, like 9,000 troops or something. Probably a bit more, maybe. Okay, I think this will be enough for now. I want to see what we need. We need these territories. Okay, so we have to fight Molossia, Delphi, I guess these guys, Keton too. I think we can do this. Okay, let's start. First of all, Delphi. We already fought them and win against them once, so it won't be any problem to defeat them twice. Okay, so apparently this territory is actually from Cephalonia, so we'll have to declare against Cephalonia too. Which is probably a problem for us. Just demand. Oh boy, okay, so Cephalonia actually has a border, I guess a sea border with us. I don't want them to bother us in here, so we'll just have to create some troops to defend ourselves. Okay, so who's next? We have Keton, of course. Molossia, I guess. But we have to declare our war against a lot of nations just to get this land. Okay, this should be good. Also, we can fully wait. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna jinx it. Just to be sure. Those Cephalonians really try. Oh boy. Okay. Apparently, they actually managed to have enough troops to defeat them. To defeat me there. Okay, I think this is it. I hold all the territories, but I still need to peace out these nations. So. Delphi's gonna be first. I'm just gonna get all of these. Hopefully Keton will accept a fast peace and will not want to fight more because it will be just useless. Acarnania has been fully occupied, so that's not a problem. What is this? Cephalonia? Yeah, I think they'll accept a peace anyway. I mean, they already still hold their motherland, so I don't think they'll be bothered too much. And the last thing is Molossia, which we just need these two of, but I mean, borders look like better like this, so why not? Let's see if they all accept. They all accepted the peace, meaning we can finally form the Spartan Empire. And there we go, we're now number 2, and we're actually pretty close to number 1, which is Lydia, but they have consolidated, so they're pretty strong. But yeah, this was the objectives of this video, forming the Spartan Empire. I remind you, the download links of this mods are in the description down below. I hope you enjoyed this video on the new mod I made. This was a pretty quickly made mod. I'm probably gonna update it and add some more regions to it, because even if it's 1,200 provinces, I still have to add the Middle East, Egypt, probably Italy, I don't know, maybe part of the Balkans. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see each other next time.